Did Porsche just make a big mistake?
Hi guys, welcome back to Wise Talk. Today we're talking about some pretty controversial news from Porsche this week and whether or not they're going to live to regret it or not. Let's get into it.
So, according to a recent article in Automobilwoche,
Automobilwoche.
oh yes, got it right. Porsche's production manager Albrecht Raymold has stated that the 718 Boxster and Cayman production will end in 2025. Now, this is by no means shocking news, as we've been aware of the 718's demise at the end of 2024 for some time. However, that was only supposed to be in the EU, citing cybersecurity reasons. Not really sure how that relates to car production, but for anyone interested, it relates to the GSR2 legislation. I would put a link in the description, but are you really going to read that? So I, amongst others, were quite smug with this news in the little old United Kingdom, as we had a few more years with the internal combustion Boxster in Cayman, or so we thought. As well as the 718, the combustion engine Macan is also selected for the chop in 2026. Again, this isn't really a surprise, as the petrol Macan is already unavailable in the EU, citing the same cybersecurity reasons, but more importantly, the new EV version is already available to buy. But all this begs the question, why are Porsche killing off cars in regions they don't have to, like the UK and USA? Especially when you see that the petrol-powered Boxster, Cayman and Macan combined account for just over a third of the sales for Porsche. The simple fact is Porsche are committed to having more than 80% of its vehicle sales to be electric by 2030. With EVs obviously being a priority for Porsche, it leaves less and less room for certain models, as every model needs a different production location, likely has a different production method, and uses different parts. Now, I can understand the Macan being moved on, as I think being an SUV crossover suits the EV platform more, and the majority of Macan customers will likely be unfazed whether it's a combustion engine or not. The Cayman and Boxster, however, are different. They contain a lot more Porsche DNA and are synonymous with the combustion engine. I think any EV version that's due for release is going to be a real hard sell for many enthusiasts of those models. However, Porsche are by no means stupid, and they'll be very aware of this. I've no doubt the electric Cayman and Boxster will have similar tricks up its sleeve to that of the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, which has recently been released, where it can imitate engine noises, gear changes, and also allows you to redline. There's one overarching factor to all these decisions from Porsche, and it's that the jewel in the crown for Porsche is the 911. I personally think they'll hold off on making a full EV of that until they're almost forced to, and if it means sacrificing a few of the less prominent models in order to meet environmental and emission production regulations, they're going to do it. So if Porsche made a mistake, I think it's less of a mistake and more of a gamble. If these decisions allow the 911 to carry on for many years in its current form, and Porsche continues to fund their synthetic fuel research, that in turn secures the future of at least high-end combustion engine cars, I think it's a gamble worth taking. I'll personally be very sad to see the Cayman go, and I think if you're fortunate enough to be able to afford one, I'd grab one whilst you can, as I think the Flat 6 variants are only going to go one way in the next few years, and that's up.
So there you have it guys, a bit of a shorter one today. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Porsche's decision. Are they going to regret it or not? And if you enjoyed the video, do give it a little like for me, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then yeah, subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.